Hey folks, so let's talk more about tips and tricks to graphing certain things on our rational function graphs. The first thing is going to be vertical asymptotes. We talked about vertical asymptotes in the last section's videos. And so for vertical asymptotes, what you want to do when you're looking at an equation, not at an actual picture of a graph, but when you're looking at an equation, ask yourself what values of x will give you a 0 on the bottom. So I put a number symbol up on top because I don't care about the number that's up on top, but it's a 0 on bottom. So another way to say this is you want a 0 on the bottom, but you don't want a 0 on top. Horizontal asymptotes, this has nothing to do with finding zeros of anything. Horizontal asymptotes are going to occur when you are looking at the degrees on the top or in the numerator and the degree of the denominator. So the first thing is that if the degree up on top is greater than the degree down on bottom, then there is no horizontal asymptote. DNE means it does not exist. There is no horizontal asymptote if the degree on top is higher than the degree on bottom. However, if the degree on top is lower than the degree on bottom, then your horizontal asymptote is going to occur at y equals 0. Thirdly, if your degree on top is equal to the degree on bottom, this one's going to be a little bit more extensive. Your horizontal asymptote is going to occur at y equals the leading coefficient on top divided by the leading coefficient on bottom. If you're looking for a hole in the graph, what you want to do here is you want to determine the values of x that make both a 0 on top and on bottom. On top and on bottom. And then when you're looking for intercepts, there's two different kinds of intercepts to find. First, the x-intercept. Find out what makes the top equal to 0. So this time I only care about what makes the top equal to 0. For y-intercepts, let x equal 0 and then simplify the rest of it. Now, if you were to have a nice concise list of all 5 of these things, it might look something like this over here. So if you want to look for vertical asymptotes, just look for wherever you can find a 0 on bottom. Horizontal asymptotes goes all the way back to degrees. Holes in the graph is where you have a 0 on top and on bottom. X-intercepts is where you only have a 0 on top. And then y-intercepts are where you let your x equal to 0 and then solve. Now there's no embedded questions for this particular video, so be prepared to show your written out notes to the instructor.